Hey friends, have a moment for a Rondo story? I want to share a story with you that will be rather familiar to people of a certain age and perhaps eye-opening to younger generations. It's a small-town drum corps story. It is in part my story, but it's a story whose theme is shared by many people. I was very lucky to grow up when I did, where I did. Watkins Glen, New York. Population 1,800 in a rural upstate county of 14,000. A tiny town with a big reputation, nestled at the foot of Seneca Lake. Watkins Glen first gained fame for its all-striking state park, carved over the millennia by creeping glaciers and roaring water. It later became the home of road racing in the United States, hosting the U.S. Grand Prix and now NASCAR. In the midst of it all, Carl Isley, Vern Alling, and Chuck Calhoun hatched a dream in 1964. In the Squires Drum Bugle Corps was born. We made our first public appearance on Memorial Day 1965, marching down Watkins Glen's main street to the courthouse lawn.
We were blowing our heads off, the drummers banging away as we struggled to stay in step and keep our line straight, ending up in this very spot. Parents were in tears by the time we got here. Maybe they were that proud, or maybe we were that bad.
So it was only fitting that when it came time to memorialize the Squires' remarkable achievements and the community that made it possible, it would be in this same place in the fall of 2022. The monument tells the story of how a corps from a tiny town in a rural county went from dead last in New York State to four-time state champions and winner of 3 national titles.
In 1972, we went back to the World Open in Class B and won the championship. Class B, you might say, so what? Well, it was a national championship with stiff competition, and it was ours. To us, it was the equivalent of the Super Bowl, and it was another unforgettable moment. In 1973, we took our first tour, 10 days to North Tonawanda, Butler, Pennsylvania, and Marion, Ohio. We brought 2 national Class A titles back to Watkins Glen, the U.S. Open, the American International Open, and a few weeks later, we added the Penn York Class A title.
The Squires were also DCI Associate members for 5 straight years, a record at the time, narrowly missing finals with a 13th place finish in 1975. Accomplishments worth celebrating. The founders are gone, but their families were there, with Mrs. Calhoun leading the unveiling, front and back.
It's a picture of Carl and Vern and Chuck. It says 3 men with a vision that changed the lives of hundreds of young men and women.
This 3,000-pound piece of marble was a passion project for Corps alums who totally funded it with donations.
The design was a challenging process, but after 3 months of debate, the final version was enthusiastically approved. Now, how do we pay for this? That was the next question. Some of us were kind of pessimistic that the funds could be raised, but after all, a letter went out to the Squires alumni, and to our utter shock, in less than 10 days, the whole project was completely paid for. And I would say thank you to all of us.
When we marched, it was for pride, celebration, and our community. I can speak for all of us. When we were on the field ready to compete, in stadiums across the country, from Manning Bowl in Boston, Massachusetts, to Mile High Stadium in Denver, there was not a better feeling of pride as when the stadium announcer said, from Watkins Glen, New York, the Squires.
The Squires are gone, but this special time in our hometown's history will long be remembered, thanks to the lifelong bonds forged in drum corps. That's my small town drum corps story. What's yours? I mean, heck, even the big city drum corps started out largely as neighborhood corps. Now, this is not meant to rekindle the old debate of drum corps was better back in my day. Things have changed. Times have changed. The world is different. I mean, we toured the country on secondhand school buses, and these things, they weren't even thought of back then. But no matter your era, we all savor memories of youths well spent and hard work rewarded. What's your drum corps story?